And you're welcome back to Joy News Prime. It is the interactive segment of Joy News Prime where we hear what you have to say on some of the issues we've put on our Facebook page. And you can join the conversation on Facebook at Joy News, on TV to our first issue now. Africa Day is the annual commemoration of the foundation of the Organization of African Unity, now known as the African Union, on May 25, 1963. It's celebrated in various countries on the African continent. We ask, what do you think brings Africa together?
I think it's football. Being it the reason because when you are watching football at the center where there are so many nationalities around, you wouldn't even identify a Ghanaian or a Nigerian or any other country, but we are all on the same note, speaking one thing, that's football. So I think personally it's football that unites Africa.
First of all is one, our color. Yeah, because if we go outside the African continent and let's say we meet in an American continent, what actually the first thing that we used to know that this person is coming from Africa is the color, the race, yeah. And secondly, it's our culture. Though we all have different cultures, but it's like there is some kind of similarity in the culture standard. It happens in the way we dress and the drums that we use during our cultural celebrations. Yeah.
It's our culture, the way we behave, the way we live, even the way we dress. If you go outside there, you see somebody wearing kente, and the way the person has done everything, you know that this person is an African. So our culture is what unites us the most.
Yeah. So many stuff unite us as Africans. Our such factors as independence, as our common economic integration. We talk about internal partnership that is within the African sub-region.
Businesses is bringing us together as Africans because people come to Ghana and they do their personal business. Others too from Ghana go outside to other countries to have their business. We have Ghanaians marrying Nigerians, Congolese marrying Ghanaians. Just that is also bringing us together as Africans. Yes, so it's not just about the love or the economic relationship, but also the love relationship as well.
All right, so those are some interesting responses from our viewers there. Personally, I think that it is football that actually really unites us as well as our culture. But let's hear what some of you have been saying on this particular issue. Kwesi Boateng Aipa says, apart from sports, I don't think Africa is united. Africans, we are our own evil. A typical example is the xenophobic attack in South Africa. There's no need for Africa to declare this a holiday. It's a waste of productivity. And Rabiu lecturer says, okay, the problem with Africa today is lack of love and positive and innovative thinking for her children. Africa does not care about her children. The children of a colonial master and their ideology is her priority. Africa is happy seeing her children cry of hunger and disease while she exports food and money with little income to the children of her slave masters. Now, Baye Jeremiah writes, apart from sports, nothing unites us again. We have large markets to market our goods, but we don't make a good use of it. We started the process of introducing one common currency and it died a natural death. The vision of AU is only on a piece of paper, and it's until we take our destiny into our hands, Africa will continue to languish in poverty. Long live Africa, he writes. Nasir Hassan Yayima says, we lose millions of money in Africa celebrating this day. How united are we as Africans? Africa is sick because we still go begging whites when we have the resources we can use to help each other. Bribery and corruption everywhere. Wallace J says, what we claimed wasting precious time celebrating, is it really worth it? For me, it doesn't, because there's not even 0.00001% unity among African countries. Really, Wallace? Anyway, Amin Abdul Aziz writes, Africa has always been united until the white man came to put a knife on the things that held us together. Sadly, this evil agenda was achieved by the tacit support of our own people. Since then, we've been divided until every 25th of May when we pretend to be united and then go to sleep afterwards. And so those are some of the comments coming through on what you think on what unites us. Let's move on now. And the Christian Council of Ghana has hailed government's consideration to have mission schools returned to the churches, which once had control over them. General Secretary of the Christian Council of Ghana, Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opuni Frimpong, explained that the aim is to strengthen the moral fiber of the society, which he fears is fast declining. He also said no attention is paid to the moral development of children. Do you agree with him?
It's not due to just, curriculum issue. Part has gone to deal with technology. And then part also has to deal with the fact that children of nowadays would want to go through the get rich quick fast path. What it means is that instead of taking the right path, taking advantage of the necessary or taking the right channel to succeed, no, they don't want it that way. They want to get rich quick. The Ghanaian curriculum is designed to train or to equip students to become responsible citizens and not to become corrupt leaders or whatsoever in the future.
I don't agree, because in Ghana, our smartness is just like our foolishness, seriously. Because we think we are smart, and then all the money is entering into one person's pocket, and then we are happy, but then others are suffering. Just look around. You can see people suffering and then all that. So for me, I don't think smartness, I don't know.
Without the right foundation, the person will still be corrupt. If I want a car and I'm working in a government agency or even a private agency, and then the car costs this, but then the company is not treating me right, even though my mom has educated me on corruption, I know the benefits or the disadvantages of corruption, I will still, since I still want the car, I will still find means and ways. It will have nothing to do with my convictions. If the system is loose, and then I can make easy money to get a car, it has nothing to do with what my pastor has told me. It has nothing to do with what my mom has told me. So far as the money is there, and I'm not strongly convicted not to be corrupt, then I will go for it. But it has nothing to do with the education which is going on now.
Clearly mixed reactions to that, but let's see what you've been saying on Facebook. Now, Kwesi Boateng Ayipa says, we all admit discipline in our missionary schools has dwindled ever since the government took over. The churches have tried times and over to get back their schools. So if finally the government has heeded their cry, I guess it's a good decision from government. The churches should try and restore back the lost glory. Rabiu lecturer writes, do we need morality or skillful and innovative thinkers and doers? The call for morality is stated to be another reason why government is handing over the management of the mission schools to the churches is a bad one. So he disagrees. He says it should rather be handed to one science and technology institution to teach our children how to catch up with the world, not morality. What is morality when your food and drinks come from the same people who we tag to be amoral? What is morality when country is governed by Christians and Muslims perpetrating corruption and daylight thievery? Bayer Jeremiah, Adnan Al-Hassan Jambedu says, the internet, westernization of our society, among others, are some of the causes of the moral decadence in our society. Merely handing over the schools to the churches does not solve the problem. And finally, Charity Sicho says, I agree 110%, especially our Catholic schools are better managed under the church than the government. And besides, we need serious, so that was from Bayer Jeremiah. So let's move on to our next story. Very bizarre. A man is suing his date for texting during a movie. 37-year-old Brandon Vesma from Austin, Texas, has become an overnight celebrity after he decided to sue his first date for texting too much during a screening of a movie. He's asking for only $17, which is how much he paid for her ticket. So the question is, did he go too far?
Oh, he's childish. He shouldn't have sued. He shouldn't have done anything. Just ignore it. No, it's childish. I mean, you're a man. There are a lot of ladies, and you have to man up, wise up. And the lady on the first date is shouting and what's happening. Confront him, ask him what's the matter. If you're not pleased with it, and you take your own actions, and that's all. So you don't have to be bothered about it. Sue him, take him to court. I mean, it's childish.
It's not reasonable. I don't think it's reasonable. Why should you sue someone you are meeting for the very first time, and your reason is being that the person was on phone all this while? It's not reasonable. You don't even have the right to sue the person. You have no right. Because the person, you don't owe the person anything. Maybe the person was not comfortable with you the very first time the person met you, so the person was more comfortable on his or her phone. So you don't have any rights to sue the person because of that.
Well, I think the man suing the woman, the man has a right to question the woman, but to go to that extent of suing her, it's neither here nor there. I mean, probably she could be texting her mom, whereby she could be answering a very important question or a life-saving question or attending to something very important. I don't think it's for the man. It would be okay for the man to say, I want to sue. That's the man's discretion. But then to go along and do the suing makes the man look a little bit cheap.
At least he can call the girl or sit the girl down. And please, what you did last time wasn't fair. You made me waste my tickets. I wasn't able to watch the movie. I expected a lot that we watching the movie, we'll get to know each other better. And you were with your phone. I wasn't happy with it. So next time, don't try that. But he sending the girl to the court. It's too far. It's too far.
Interesting reactions there, but what a way to get your money back. If you just wanted your money back, you just could have asked the girl, give me my money back. But anyway, so let's hear what you have to say on Facebook. Baya Jeremiah writes, he says, ha ha ha, I know Labdayo. The man is going to confuse the judges and the lawyers because I don't see how this case is going to be heard in court. Anyway, he's gone too far. I see that he's only of those who have the desire to test the court system. Anyway, so you believe he's gone too far. Bawa Musa says, did the lady force him to take her to the cinema? I think the answer is a big no. This man shouldn't waste our time. He should get serious. Hey, Sergeant Vesma, you better be careful. So that's from Bawa Musa. All right. So that is a Ghanaian pastor based in South Africa locking lips with one of his church members. It was a deliverance session, he says. Well, let's see what you've been saying about that. Nasir Hassan says, today's Pastor's Day. I even wonder why the church members fall during pastor's prayers, but the cameraman never falls. Today you'll hear a pastor saying you can turn into a snake, a lion, etc. The next day you'll hear someone wants to walk on the sea as Jesus did. Are you co-pastors of today? And Baal Musa says, the Holy Spirit is indeed holy, as it is now working in more mysterious ways. The 21st century I beg your pardon. The 21st century Holy Spirit knows where a woman's boobs and lips are. Hey, what a spirit. Emmanuel Odro Kwachi Jr. says, this Holy Spirit could be very serious. In fact, a record breaker because it is the first Holy Spirit to be transmitted through kissing. Hashtag what a Holy Spirit, LOL. Gordon Amankona says, hey, Christianity go wild. Double dose for the woman, miracle and orgasm. Next time, he would convince another woman to have sex with him to heal her. This is really bad. And Father Nathan says, me, I don't want to talk anything. God, they soak his cane in petrol. Let's be vigilant in this end time. Interesting comments there. And on that note, we wrap up Joy News Prime, the AU edition of Joy News Prime. Thank you for staying with us throughout the day, and join us same time tomorrow. I'm Arba Kumsin. For me and the rest of the team, have a good night.
This is Joy News Prime.